guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Elle. If this is the first time here, thank you so much for stopping by, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. You don't know what that means to me. I really appreciate you always coming by to see what I have to give you. And without wasting so much time, let's just get into today's video. Hey guys, so on today's video I'll be talking about the pros and the cons of two visa routes into the UK, which are the healthcare visa and the student visa, and I would want to get your opinion on what you think is the best route for you to come into the UK. So I'm going to talk about the student route, the student visa route. The first thing I'll talk about is the fact that you have a certificate that is globally recognized all over the world, especially in the US, Canada, and you can get job anywhere. And even when you want to even get like a PRO in Canada, you don't need English certificate. You don't have to go and do IELTS because it is recognized. You studying in the UK is something that everybody knows, that you came to a good school and you came to study in a good country, so it is recognized worldwide. So that's like a major thing. You can actually get like jobs in different places, different countries. You can just wake up and say, I want to go to the US, and the certificate would allow you to do that. So my next point is, you are not restricted into working in just the care sector. You have choices to work in different places, like different companies, different organizations. You don't have to be limited to just doing care or just being at one particular place. If you have a student visa, you can come in and study IT and work in a big company. You can come in and study engineering and work in an engineering company, so you can actually grow your work experience over the years. You don't have to be in just one place. So for my third point, this is what I think working in a corporate environment it makes it easy to integrate into the society than working in a care home, because working in an office, you are able to socialize, go out for dinners, go out for colleagues meetings, travel, go for meetings. But in a care home, you don't really have those kind of things so much, because you are restricted to just working in the home, taking care of people. So for me, I think the student visa route would allow you to meet more people, and the fact that UK is very, the culture, different people come into the UK to work, like different people, different cultures, different people from different places. So if you are working in a corporate environment, it's easier to meet people from different places than working in a care home. I'm not saying you won't meet them in a care home, but I'm just saying it is easier to meet them in a corporate environment than in a care home. Fourth one, we all know that after school in the UK, you have 2 more years to stay, and that 2 more years will do a whole lot of things for you, like giving you more chance to grow your work experience. And also you can even use it to do courses that can help you improve your chances in the labor market. We know how it is. Getting a tier 2 visa is not that easy with a student visa, but if you have these 2 years to be able to grow your experience, because experience really is very important in this country. Experience is the key. So having an extra 2 years to stay and grow your experience, for me, it's good, it's not bad. So let's get into the cons of having a student visa. The first one that every student knows, or everybody knows, is the fact that it is extremely expensive coming through the student visa route. It is so expensive. Trust me, we have been here. We know how we had to struggle to pay our school fees and live in the UK. So I think for me, that is a serious con for coming into the country with a student visa. Another cons of having a student visa is the fact that you see that 2 years I talked about earlier, it doesn't count. Like, you are just here, and after spending 2 years, it still doesn't count. You have to start all over again, because we all know that it's the amount of years you spend in the country or the amount of years you work in the country that counts for you to get a PRO to stay back. But the 2 years are given to you after your student visa doesn't count. So if you think, yeah, I have 1 year for masters and I have 2 years to stay afterwards, that's 3 years. No. After that, that's when it starts counting. So for me, I think that's a con, for the fact that I can't stay here for 3 years and it feels like I've not stayed here at all. That's what I think. The third one is the fact that your master's degree doesn't determine you to have a sponsorship job. Yeah, you can have a sponsorship job with your master's degree, but it is not that easy, because you have to apply for jobs. You know how you're done with school and you think, okay, I'm done, I'm just going to apply for this job and I'll get it. No, you have to apply, you have to keep applying, keep getting rejections, because the labor market is oversaturated. Like, there are so many people that have this same certificate you have, and they have experiences, and they will take them first before even looking at you. So that's where the 2 years come into play. You have to have an experience to be able to work in the UK. They don't just believe that you are done with masters, you got a first class, or you came out with distinction and you just get a job directly. No, they would actually prefer to give someone that have 2 years experience or 1 year experience than you that have distinction. So experience is the key. So your master's degree doesn't really determine that you get a job just immediately after school. So for me, I think that's a con, because I wouldn't want to come here and spend so much money to school and then I still have to struggle hard to get experience to be able to get a job, because it's really hard. Number 4, so the fourth one that is, for me, I feel like it's very, very annoying, is the fact that as a student, once you're done with your masters and you now apply for the 2 years that you have extra to stay in the country, you cannot bring anybody, you can't bring any dependent. So if you're thinking, okay, I'm a student, I'll bring in my husband, I'll bring in my wife, I'm so sorry, because once you're done with school and you didn't bring them that time, you cannot bring them when you're doing your post-study visa, which is the extra 2 years I said doesn't count. You can't bring anybody. So for me, I feel that's actually bad, and for me, I think that's a con. For why would I want to come here and stay for that long without being able to bring my husband or my wife or my daughter or my son? It's just, I don't know, but for me, I think that's a problem. That's what I think. So let's get into the healthcare visa. We all know healthcare visa, because I know that everybody is coming in with the healthcare visa. Yes, so let's start with the pros of healthcare visa. Number 1, I think it's very affordable. It's extremely affordable to come in with the healthcare visa, because you can come in, it's affordable, you can come in with your family. Imagine having a job to come into the country, and then you can bring your husband and your child into the country. For me, I think that is it for me. The second one for me is the fact that there's no IHS fee. Like, can you imagine that? Do you know how much students pay for health insurance to come into this country? So imagine coming in, you have a job, and you don't have to pay for IHS fee. And guess what? Your husband doesn't have to pay, your child doesn't have to pay. Why? Because they're coming into the healthcare, you're coming through the healthcare route, so you don't have to pay for IHS fee. But anyways, that's so good. That's so good. The third one is the fact that as soon as you get your visa, you are already counting towards your indefinite leave to remain in the UK. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, do you know how it is coming as a student and you have to do 1 year school or 2 years and get more 2 years to stay, and it doesn't count? But with the healthcare visa, it's already counting. From the day you step into the country, you've started counting your 5 years, like, or your 3 years. It depends on the visa you get. Some are for 3 years and some are for 5 years. So anyone you get, it counts. Like, you are just already in the labor market. You are just already moving forward more than the students that have been here. That's a big pro for me. Another pro for the healthcare visa is the fact that you can work as much as you want. Not like as much as you want, but if your company is giving you 37 hours, you are allowed to work another 20 hours somewhere else. Oh my God, like, imagine getting a contract for 40 hours in a week, and then you still have the right to work 20 hours somewhere else. That's like 60 hours in a week. Like, then imagine coming with your husband and you, and the both of you are working. That is the goal. That is what everybody wants. I don't know what you want, but that's like the goal. So the cons of coming in with the healthcare visa route is the fact that you earn nothing so much than minimum wage. Like, it's just not so much. So you have to get like side hustle. And imagine living in a big city like London, where things are so expensive. How do you want to manage, and how do you want to work so hard? So you have to put so much work to be able to live very well. So for me, I think that's a con. Another con for me is the fact that working in the care sector is hard work. You know how they say hard work pays? Yes, it's hard work, because I've had to do care and I know how hard it is. And imagine doing that for 5 years. imagine having to do all those kind of job for 5 years. It comes to different things. So many people complain about back pain, and imagine having to do that for all your life. Like, for me, I think it's hard work. And another thing is, imagine working 12 hours. You're working 12 hours and you might be standing, you might be moving from one place to another. There's no rest. You have like 1 hour break, and 1 hour runs so fast. Imagine having to do that kind of hard work for 5 years. For me, I think that's a con. I don't think I can do that for that long. Another con for me is the fact that working in the healthcare sector, the work time is just different. It's different from having to work 9 to 5 and then don't work weekends. But in the healthcare sector, you have to work 12-hour shifts, and sometimes you even work weekends. So, imagine how couples will be at home and the wife is doing day shift and the husband is doing the night shift. So you really don't have time to socialize or go out or spend time with each other because the hours are just too much. Imagine going to work from morning till 8 p.m. in the night, you're back home and you're tired and you want to sleep. So for me, I think that's a big one. But in the other one, you can go to work 9 to 5. You don't even have to work weekend most times. So you have time to socialize and go out and meet people work. But with this one, you're stuck at work for most of the time. If you have any pros and cons that you think I've not talked about, can you please just put them down below so people that want to come would see? Because I'm sure I didn't mention everything. So I'm sure you have something to say. Just take it down to my comment section. Thank you for listening, and I'm sure that you've listened to all the pros and cons I had to give you. So please, I know you have something to say. You can't tell me that you don't have anything to say. You have a whole lot of things to say, because I'm sure so many people want to come into the country and they don't know what route to take. So please tell me what you think, and tell me the route that you think you will take if you're coming into the UK. Just put it down below my comment section, guys. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye, guys.